Okay, in this video, we're going to take a look at users and user management. So going over to the all users section, you can see there are three different categories of users. You have the admins, you have the subscribers, and you have the inactive members. Administrators get full access to the site. They can do anything that they like across the site. So you want to be careful with adding in any active admins. You want to make sure that you're readily reviewing this on a regular basis. Regularly reviewing this on a regular basis. And then you have your subscribers who have access to the member portal, which is this member portal here. And so they can sign in and they can gain access to this part of the site. They will not see this upper bar, this admin bar, but they will be able to access it. And then inactive members are anyone that has had a subscriber account or a membership account that has now been set as inactive, which means that they lose access to this section. They will see, once they lose access and they try to log in, they will see this page when they try to log in, which is your account has been deactivated, your membership status is inactive, access to member portal has been restricted. For assistance, please email info to request reinstatement. Okay, so how do you reinstate a user? So in the users area, it's really simple. So I have this test set up here. So if we open up to edit that user, what you'll want to do is you'll just want to switch the membership. So I want you to notice that there is no access level currently on this member. All subscribers, if I show you subscribers, have an active membership. And you can see when you go to all, you can see that I don't have an access level because I'm an inactive member, you can see. So when I go to edit that user and I set them to subscriber, okay, all I have to do is set them to subscriber and hit update. When I hit update, I'm going to go back to the users page. I'm on inactive members and I'm going to refresh and you'll see this one disappear. Okay, gone. And that person, which is my test account, has been added to the subscriber list right there. Okay, and you can also see that the access level has been added to this member. You can see that they exist. And that's automatic because there's an automatic trigger that's set for as soon as someone becomes a subscriber, they get an active membership. Now, if we want to set me up for or make my membership an inactive membership, it will be a little bit different. So I'm going to refresh this page just so that we can have it up to date. And we see that the role is subscriber. And if we scroll down, we will see that the access member is, or level membership is active member. So first thing we want to do if we're demoting somebody into an inactive membership is first remove that. Okay. And then go back to the top here to role and switch that to inactive member. Okay. And then hit update. Okay. Now let's go back to the user's overview page, hit refresh. And you'll see I'm no longer in the subscriber list. I'm in the inactive member list right there. Okay, and access level is gone. All right, so pretty straightforward steps on how to activate users from an existing account. For the new registrations, you'll want to go into the forms. You can access it from the forms or the entries. I like to go through forms because it's just a bit easier to see everything. And then we want to scroll down to where it says user registration. And then I like to click the entries. So that way I can see all the entries within that form. I could have gone there by going to entries and then selecting the form from here, but to limit the entries on this side. But I like to see it this way just because it's just a bit more clear. Okay, and easier to get to. So if somebody adds a user, if they fill out the user registration form, which is on the front end, register now. If they go in and fill out this registration, what happens is we can check the notifications first off to see what happens, but under the action and notifications, you can see what happens. Instantly they get a confirmation message. Your response has been successfully submitted. The admin, which is NBNU, will get an email that says all of the information and then a link directly to that user's entry where it will say edit the entry. And they can click that and go directly, as long as they're logged in and as long as they have an admin access, they can just log in. And the user will get one of two emails. Okay, so the first email will be there's a pending. It's the pending user email. So the user will get your account is pending approval, some information about that, and that'll happen as soon as they register. And then they also get an approved email when we actually approve them from the back end. Okay, and I'll give them their username and then a link to log in. Okay. And this trigger here, it will actually register the user and it will register them as a subscriber. So as soon as it registers as a subscriber, they will get access to the membership. And this only happens when we accept the user and change their status. So on the front end of the form itself, there is a hidden field called pending. And that hidden field is not shown to any users, but that hidden field will say pending when they first submit, and on the entry side we will need to change that to approved. So the process flow will be you go to the entries under the user registration, you'll go to edit, and then what you'll want to do is from here switch to approved. Okay, and hit update, and as soon as you do that, it'll trigger the second email and the user will be registered, and you'll be able to see that under the users here. You'll be able to see this count of users, 7,903 subscribers, go up. Okay. I hope that's clear. If it's not, of course, and if you have any questions, please do reach out and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you.